Hey guys, it's been a while since my last video. Um, kind of been MIA on anything social media, trying to put life and some priorities. It's amazing when you have a lot of time to yourself to think, because you can't do a lot. You definitely start thinking, and on the first note, update. I am 1 month post-op phallo. Yesterday I went and saw the doctor and I got my catheter out, which that was a plus. So peeing out of the phallus right now. I was told everything looks good. One small opening, really tiny, at the base underneath the scrotum. He said it should close up. I still have the suture line where there's a hole there that we're slowly getting to close. I still have some fluid buildup, which is normal. I mean, if you talk to anybody when it comes to this, you're huge. When you come out, there's a lot of fluid everywhere, you name it. It has gone down definitely since a month ago, but I still have certain areas that are just kind of fighting me on it. Like I had said before, in the past, this has been more of a mental game than it has been physically. I mean, physically it's tough. It's not the easiest, I mean, now a month out, and I don't have to go back for another 2 weeks, which is great. I can take a week off, and now it's just healing more. I can walk now. I'm allowed to take walks and do that kind of stuff, which is great. I can drive, which is even better. I can wear normal boxers and not have so much padding everywhere. It is a mental game. It takes you out. I've never had anything flatten me like this has, to the point where I hit a complete breakdown and like on the floor, crying, mental breakdown, just everything. It's kind of hard to deal with. When you have to depend solely on everyone around you, that's just not easy to do. Update on my graft. That's looking really good. So we're really happy about that. I was finally able to get rid of the brace and go with the lovely hand thing. All that's having to heal is 3 spots underneath. Once that heals, I won't have to wrap this anymore. I'll just be able to work compression on it. So I'm really looking forward to that. Just putting Aqua4 on it all the time. My thigh graft is, it's fine. I just put Aqua4 on it every day. So another aspect I wanted to talk about, and you may not even want to care to hear about it, but the reason why I said I was taking time to put things in priorities is, when I went to the doctor yesterday, he had a medical student with him. They asked, do you mind? And I, of course, was like, no, it's not a problem. Like I said before in my past videos, I've lost all, and nothing bothers me anymore. People can look, flick it, pick it up, stare at it, take pictures. It really doesn't bother me. But he was going over pretty much everything about me, and the difference between me and other ones they've had. One being my age, 2, my past with the heart attack and being on blood thinners and everything we had to go through prior surgery. And he said, "Do you mind if I go over the process?" And I had heard sort of what had happened during surgery, what little issues that I had, but not to the extent that I heard it yesterday. I got out of surgery, my first surgery, at like 4 in the afternoon. by 1 a.m., they had called Santucci back to the hospital. The nurse that was with me had definitely noticed that my phallus was losing sensation. I'd also developed a hematoma the size of my fist at the incision site because I was put on heparin immediately after surgery due to my stents. So they called Santucci back, and they took me back immediately because the thought was I would lose my phallus. So they rushed me back. Got me, so that was at 2 a.m. on Tuesday. That late morning, they called Santucci back with Crane and my hospitalist and the anesthesiologist. And I had developed another hematoma and it was blocking my phallus again. So they had to have consent signed because it was dangerous taking me back for the third time in the small time frame of 48 hours. Took me back in, and they had to put 2 liters of blood in me at that point. And during surgery, they literally thought at one point it was close. And he thought I knew this when he was going over it, and I did not know. It had gotten to that point. So they took me back out, and what I didn't know was they took me back for the third time after that, because I developed a hematoma underneath my scrotum, which that's enough to scare the living crap out of you. And when you hear all this, and I was so out of it, and I don't remember any of it. Like, literally, I have no memory from maybe 3 days afterwards. I remember waking up, having some sort of conversations. But before that, I don't have any. Yeah, it does scare you, and it wakes you up, and it makes you realize, God, what is important and what's not important. And how, I went and saw my therapist, and he's like, what you're willing to go through to feel like the inside match the outside, what you're willing to go through. And I knew beforehand, because of my past, that I wasn't like everybody else going in, and I knew that going through it, but you never really think, like, the doctors tell you, you're definitely at more risk, and they list everything out. But when they finally look at you and say, we had a close call. 1, you almost lost your phallus, and 2, could have lost something way more important. I realized that, my life has just been a constant surgery, since 2013. I've always had a surgery. And that's in the past couple of years, it's just been back and forth, and I'm done. I can't do this anymore. I put my life at risk again. I turned 46 yesterday, and that was an interesting day to learn all that, and then realize, you're 46 years old, and I want my life to show more than what it has, especially not just this. I don't want to be known for just being transgendered. I love everything, about this. I love who I've become, but it's come at a huge risk to me physically and definitely mentally now. So when people say it's really important to have support, it's definitely important to have people around you that you can talk, get things out. But to say now, I am very grateful for everything that I have and everything around me, and that now I kind of want to put me at the forefront, not just surgeries, but me and my mental happiness when it comes to just my life. And that there's definitely changes happening now because I don't want to waste any more time, and I don't know. I know I'm rambling, but that's just how it's been for the last 24 to 48 hours. One was here just to go on and let you know the updates, but two, just if you don't see me on social media as much, I'm kind of taking a little bit of a break. I'm not spend too much time on, to me at some point, missing out on life. So now it's time to focus on me. And but yeah, and again, if you guys got questions about anything, feel free to ask me. I was just going to give you guys an update of 1 month post-op. So I won't see him again for another 2 weeks. So end of August, I'll go see him and see how things have changed. But yeah, we're peeing out of our phallus, and that was the main goal. So yeah, everything's looking good. So all right, take care, guys.